It's funny. We all like to think we're pretty savvy online shoppers. We read the reviews, we weigh the pros and cons, but what if the thing that really makes us click buy has almost nothing to do with what's in that 5-star review? Today, we're diving into the surprising psychology of what's actually happening in your brain when you shop online.
So, let me ask you this. You're looking at a product, you're on the fence, what's the one thing that pushes you over the edge? Is it that super detailed review from a fellow customer, the perfect star rating, or is it something else? Just hang on to that thought for a second. Because this is the big puzzle researchers wanted to solve. We all have these gut feelings about what makes a good, trustworthy review. But the real question is, are our gut feelings right? Do they actually hold up under the microscope?
This is the checklist we all have in our heads, right? We're looking for reviews that feel real, that give us the juicy details, that have accurate info, and of course, come from somebody who sounds like they know what they're talking about. It all seems so obvious, but is it the whole story?
Well, to get past just guessing, researchers have this, it's like a roadmap for our brains. It's a specific model they use to trace the exact path our mind takes from just browsing all the way to making a decision.
And here it is. It's called the Information Acceptance Model. Now, I know, it looks a little complicated at first glance, but the idea is actually super simple. On the left, you've got all the things that might influence you, like the quality and number of reviews, and the model just tries to map out how those things lead to the final destination on the right, your decision to buy. So let's break down those inputs.
First up, you have information quality. And that's exactly what it sounds like. Is the review actually helpful? Is it relevant? Does it seem accurate? Does it give you all the info you need? Is it the good stuff? Then there's information credibility. This one is all about trust. It's the vibe check. Does this review feel authentic? Or does your spidey sense tingle a little bit, telling you it might be fake or a paid ad? It's that gut feeling about whether you can believe it.
And the third big one is information quantity. Super straightforward. How many reviews are there? Are we talking about 10 or 10,000? And the model also throws in our own personal feelings, like how badly we need the info to make a choice. Okay, so they've got their map. Now what? Well, they decided to put it to the test in the real world to see which of these roads actually get used in a huge, fast-paced online marketplace.
To do this, they didn't just grab some students from a lab. No, they got 155 real, active online shoppers to give them data based on their actual shopping habits and feelings. And here's the kicker. This wasn't just any market. They did the study with users of massive online stores like Tokopedia and Shopee in Indonesia. We're talking about a place with over 200 million internet users. So the results here are incredibly relevant to how pretty much all of us shop today.
So the researchers took all this data and they started tracing the connections. They looked at quality, credibility, quantity, and the shopper's final decision. And when they crunched the numbers, hoo boy, what they found was definitely not what anyone expected.
And here is the absolute bombshell. Remember those two things that feel like the most important factors of all? The quality of the review and how credible it seems? Well, the study found they had basically no significant effect on whether shoppers found the information useful. It's like those roads on the map were just completely closed.
Just let that sink in. The things we tell ourselves we're looking for, that thoughtful, well-argued, believable review, it turns out they didn't really move the needle when it came down to actually making a decision. So let's just lay it all out. Did the quality of a review matter? According to the data? Nope. What about its credibility? No again. But the sheer number of reviews? The quantity? Oh yeah, that was a huge yes. The only other things that made a difference were all about you, how much you needed the info, and your general attitude about reviews.
Okay, so if it's not the quality or the trustworthiness of any single review, then what is the secret path? What's the formula that actually gets us to click that buy button? Let's trace the route that actually works. This quote from the study really nails it. A huge number of reviews acts as its own kind of signal. It's pure social proof. It's like walking past two restaurants. One is empty, the other has a line out the door. Which one do you think has better food? Your brain automatically thinks, wow, if that many people are talking about this, it must be worth looking at.
So here's how it really goes down. Step 1, you see a product with a ton of reviews. Step 2, that sheer volume makes your brain go, okay, this is useful. Step 3, because it feels useful, you actually adopt that information and let it guide you. And boom, that leads straight to step 4, you decide you're going to buy it.
So here's the bottom line. Our brains are taking a brilliant little shortcut. Instead of painstakingly reading every single review and judging its quality, we just look at the size of the crowd. A huge number of reviews sends a powerful signal. This product is popular, it's legitimate, and it's probably a safe bet. The crowd itself becomes the sign of quality.
All of which leaves us with a pretty fascinating question for the next time you're shopping online. Now that you know this, are you going to catch yourself just glancing at the number of reviews instead of actually reading them? It's something to think about.